You ever wonder why you get that personalized birthday discount from your favorite coffee shop? Or how a website seems to know exactly what you're looking for? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a really deliberate strategy. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the technological pathways companies are using to achieve what they call customer care excellence, and how they use tech to keep you, the customer, happy and, more importantly, loyal. And it all boils down to this one fundamental rule of business. It costs way, way more to attract a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. Seriously, this single idea is the engine driving everything we're about to talk about. It's the economic reality that forces companies to get very, very smart about keeping us on their side. So to really get a handle on the challenge they're facing, businesses love this one powerful metaphor, the leaky bucket problem. Picture this, all of a company's customers are like water in a bucket. Now the goal is to keep that bucket as full as possible, right? But there are always little holes, customers leaving for one reason or another. The constant struggle is to plug those leaks, because just trying to pour more water in, finding new customers, is super expensive and just plain exhausting. And when you look at the actual costs, the difference is just stark. Getting a new customer means spending a ton on marketing and having to build trust from absolute zero. But keeping a customer you already have, well, that leverages the trust that's already there, and it costs a whole lot less. It is a complete night and day difference, and it's exactly why companies are so obsessed with retention. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's a concept that's pretty much become the holy grail for modern businesses, achieving care excellence. This is their ultimate strategy for plugging all those little leaks in the bucket. So what exactly is customer care excellence? It's defined as a strategic process of exceeding customer expectations to foster loyalty and long-term retention. And the key word you really have to latch onto here is strategic. This isn't just about hiring friendly staff. It's a calculated company-wide effort to make you feel so valued that leaving doesn't even cross your mind.
So, what does this whole strategy feel like from our side of the counter? Well, it usually breaks down into 4 key things. Personalization, that's the birthday email we were talking about. Speed, getting an answer to your question instantly, even if it's 2 in the morning. Consistency, getting that same great experience whether you're in the physical store or on their website. And then there's proactivity, when the company solves a problem for you before you even realized you had one. That is excellence in action.
Right, so how in the world do they pull this off? Especially with, millions of customers. They can't do it by hand, that's for sure. They need a really powerful set of tools. And this brings us right to the heart of our explainer, the technology toolkit that makes this whole thing possible. And here's the crucial point. Technology is the bridge. It's what allows a big company to purposefully and personally engage with you and thousands or even millions of other people, all at the same time. Honestly, it's the only way to deliver that kind of personalized, speedy, and proactive care at scale. And it's not just random, there's a whole system to it. Companies usually follow 4 key pathways. First, they collect data about you. Second, they use that data to personalize their communication. Third, they automate support so they can be available instantly. And fourth, they are constantly gathering feedback to see if all of this is actually working. It's like a continuous loop of improvement. Now, the central nervous system for that very first step, collecting all that data, is something called a CRM. That stands for Customer Relationship Management. You can think of it as the company's digital brain. It's this massive database that stores and connects every single interaction you've ever had with them, from the very first time you clicked on an ad to your most recent purchase. So let's connect all these pathways to things you've probably seen 100 times. That super targeted email you got for a product you were just looking at, that's data collection and personalization working together. The birthday offer? Pure personalization. That 24/7 chatbot that solved your problem in seconds? That's automation. And that little survey they sent you after a call? That's them gathering feedback. See? It all connects right back to those core pathways.
Okay, so what does all this really mean for you? The whole point here is to give you a brand new lens to see your daily life as a customer through. Because everything starts to look a little different once you understand the why behind all of these interactions. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Every single interaction you have with the company, every email, every ad, every support chat, it's all part of a larger, well-oiled strategy designed specifically to earn and to keep your loyalty. It's a system built to plug those leaks in the bucket we talked about, with you being the precious cargo they are desperate not to lose.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question for the future. As this technology gets smarter, more predictive, more personal, where do we draw the line? At what point does helpful, proactive service cross over and start to feel like a digital intrusion? It's something to think about next time you get an ad that feels a little too perfect.